Called one of the most amazing Texans who ever lived. Amon Carter was born in a log cabin and only went to school through the 8th grade, but grew into one of Texas' most powerful media moguls. He was known for his big heart and sense of humor and business. You can hear the story of his life on stage in Grapevine this weekend in Amon, the Ultimate Texan. But this morning, Kelvin Dilks, who has played Amon in almost 60 shows across Texas, joins me with more. Good morning. I may be one of those people who have been here long enough to know why you've got your lunch with you in a paper bag. You want to explain that?
Well, there's a story about Amon, is that every time he came to Dallas, he brought his own sack lunch because he wouldn't eat the food in Dallas.
Yeah, he said that Fort Worth is where the West begins and Dallas is where the East peters out, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Why is there such an interest? I mean, he was a business mogul. Why is there such an interest? He's been dead for like, what, almost 70 years?
Yeah, well, I had the same question when they came to me, and they said, "Do you want to play this?" And Dave Lever wrote this book and the play. And it was like, why do we want to tell this story? And then I got into the story, and he's a fascinating character. He's one of those rugged individuals who made Texas. And Fort Worth still owes a lot to Amon. At the time of his death, it's been reported that somewhere between 50 and 60% of all jobs in Fort Worth are directly related to Amon.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, DFW is one of the few areas in the country that is not located on a river. The airport, DFW airport, has driven or on a body of water, a river or an ocean. And the airport has driven the economy in this area. And he helped get American Airline headquarters to the area, Lockheed Martin, huge drivers.
Yeah. Not only that, he brought in Bell Helicopter, General Motors. He did one of the first radio stations and the first television station.
Which would be Channel 5,
yes,
KXAS TV, and the Fort Worth Star-Telegram.
Yes, and I mean, his accomplishments were just incredible because he always built relationships with people. And it was very important to him that he give back, and he built those relationships, but he was strategic because he was going to use those relationships.
So can you talk about the hat that you have on?
Yes.
There's a reason for that.
This is called the Shady Oak Hat. Every one of his friends, he would give them the Shady Oak Hat. Inside of it, it would say in the back, Shady Oak Farms, Fort Worth, Texas, where the West begins. And so he would throw parties for people like Charles Lindbergh, Amelia Earhart, Will Rogers, Gary Cooper, Eisenhower, Roosevelt, Truman, and they all got hats.
So how has playing someone like that you obviously had to learn a lot about, because there's a lot to learn, how has that changed you? Has it?
Well, yeah, it has, definitely. So first of all, now when I drive down in Fort Worth, you cannot drive through Fort Worth without seeing his impact on the city. Second of all, learning 52 pages worth of script and being up on stage and you have to carry the whole show, it's a pretty incredible challenge, and it's given me a lot of confidence. And then the third thing, I guess, that's really changed me is I've met so many incredible people through this. T-Bone Burnett, Mayor Betsy Price, you know, all parts of the Carter family. It's been an incredible journey of meeting people.
One of his sayings, in addition to many, many more, was a person has to live with their community, not off their community. How do you, what do you think, what other than all the accomplishments we've talked about, what do you think he meant by that? And how do you think he came upon that way of thinking?
Well, he knew what it was like to be poor. He knew, he understood the plight of so many people, and he wanted to help people, but he wanted people to help themselves too. So Amon always gave back to the community and continues to give back to the community. The Amon Carter Foundation has given out over $800 million since its inception to the city of Fort Worth.
It's so fun for like people I said who may be new to our area and they see the name Amon Carter all over the place, but they're like, who's Amon Carter? So it's really fun to learn about it. Do you have a favorite story, an Amon story?
Yeah, my favorite part of the play is when I get to the Fort Worth Frontier Centennial. In 1935, Dallas was awarded the State Centennial Fair from our independence from Mexico. And so they get $15 million. And Amon gets really upset about it. He says, we're going to throw our own party. They raise over $1 million. They build Casa Manana. He hires Billy Rose, pays him $1,000 a day during the Depression for 100 days, brings in Sally Rand, the world's famous stripper, and he throws a party and competes with Dallas. He says, go to Dallas for education, but come to Fort Worth for entertainment.
And what he did benefited the whole area. The mayor of Grapevine has actually proclaimed Saturday as Amon Carter Day. Tell us more about the show, when people can see it, where to go for more information, because I know a lot of people are going to want to see it after this interview.
Well, I will tell you, the thing is about this show, it's an emotional roller coaster. It will make you laugh. It will make you cry. It tells you so many things that if you love history, you got to see this show. We're at Grapevine. We're so glad to be there. Randy White, real estate, sponsoring our show out there, and Mayor Tate proclaimed it Amon Carter Day on Saturday. So we're having 2 shows on Saturday and 1 show on Sunday.
Okay, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Now you head back over to where the West begins.
Right.
Go on back over there to Fort Worth. The Ultimate Texan, Amon, will be on stage at the Palace Theater off Main Street in Grapevine. This weekend, there are 2 shows, Saturday and 1 show Sunday. You can get tickets and learn more at amonplay.com.